Today we're going to talk about the importance of PIP, Personal Injury Protection, which is a coverage that is optional on your automobile coverage, but for the reasons I'm going to go through, I strongly suggest you obtain. Number one, it is not expensive. But number two, what is PIP? You probably want to know. PIP will pay for up to $10,000 usually. Your limit could be higher. You could get $35,000. I've even seen people with $100,000 in PIP benefits. They apply to reasonable and necessary medical expenses if you get injured in your vehicle, whether it's your fault, somebody else's fault. Just because it happened in your vehicle, this coverage kicks into action. It also covers $2,000 in funeral expenses and up to $200 a week in income replacement coverage. I have seen it as high as $400 a week in income replacement coverage. It will also cover $200 per week for loss of services, payment to something or a payment to someone who's a non-family member to mow the lawn, to come in and help you if you're severely injured. Because PIP is such an inexpensive type of insurance, it's one that you should have, but there's much more to it than that. Sometimes insurance salesmen aren't pushed to sell PIP, and that's because insurance companies don't make a lot of money with it. They're required to offer it under Washington state law. As a result, people say, well, I have health insurance, so I'm covered. And to an extent, that of course is true, but it ignores some really important things. First off, PIP works very differently than health insurance. Health insurance has copays, health insurance has deductibles, health insurance has restrictions on the number of visits to certain type of providers. Health insurance can have restrictions and the need for referrals. PIP has none of those things, which means that you are very likely to be out of pocket if you utilize your health insurance, but with PIP, hopefully you will not be out of pocket if you get injured in your vehicle. In addition to that, there are two other important factors as they relate to what I do for a living. First off, while you often have to pay PIP back that money if you collect it from the negligent party who caused your injuries, in doing so as an attorney, I'm going to negotiate a favorable settlement with your PIP carrier and put more of the settlement dollars that come from the negligent party into your pocket. If you don't have PIP, you're kind of handcuffing me a little bit for being able to do my best job for you. More importantly than that, I have noticed a trend of insurance companies forcing people who don't have PIP into litigated settings. In other words, when the negligent party finds out that you don't have PIP and that means you are going to be out of pocket, you are going to have potential problems with getting your medical bills paid, they see this as leverage. And as a result, they're going to run you through the ringer and force you to file a lawsuit because they're not going to offer you fair money, and hope that the longer this goes and the more frustrated you become by virtue of having these outstanding bills, or because you have to pay them out of pocket, that you're going to cave and take less money on your settlement. That's a shame because it can be effective. So for all of these reasons, we really encourage you to have PIP coverage, and quite frankly, lots of it. Thanks very much.